Alright, can y'all see all that under there? Remember how I said I had a leak? A little drip, I thought, when I pulled it up on the trailer. Well, I got more than that. I don't know where all this is coming from, so oh boy, I get to figure this out. I had no leaks. We had no leaks, no nothing. I really don't know where all this is coming from. I had it in the shop, in there on the floor, on the concrete, and no leaks, no nothing. I took it to the store and filled it up. Not filled it up, I put 10 gallons worth of gas in it to go race Thursday. We got rained out, but we loaded it up, and I went around went down around the block, whatnot, not really getting on it hard, just driving it, and I don't know, loaded it up, get ready to go. Come out here yesterday, and there's a puddle of transmission fluid under it. So I don't have a clue where it's coming from. I'm just going to have to get underneath there and look. From what I can tell, I don't see any transmission fluid on the pan. From just looking, I can't get under it without jacking it up. So it doesn't look like the pan's leaking. Maybe the front seal is gone, the leaking on the car. And I mean, I guess I'm glad I found it here instead of going to the racetrack or somewheres and then dripping transmission fluid everywhere, which is not good. So I don't know. I had to see what it is. If it's something major, we're just going to snatch it out. I can't drop the transmission off of the motor because of how the headers go on there, so it's easier just to pull the motor and transmission all out at one time. And then if it's the front seal, I have to replace the seal. So that's where I'm at. So that's where we're at today. That's the project today, to see that. I got to get the starter off. And which, if it's the seal bad, I'm going to get it off, get it in the shop, and then I'll take the starter off to start taking the motor out. It sucks. So if that may be the case, we might not make it to this Thursday's either. So racing is just getting stuck up my butt. Man, I really wanted to go too. But oh well, that's hot rods. That's the way it goes. So I mean, what's a goof to do? It is what it is. So alright, you see I got stuff to get busy. Let me get my stuff out and check his car. Okay, we got it figured out right there. You see it? It is the pan that's leaking, but the pan itself has no oil on it. You can see this pan from out underneath the car, so that's why I didn't think it was the pan. But getting under here, you can see all along the front, right down through there. But it's mainly right there, that corner. I don't know why it's went to leaking now. It wasn't leaking before, but we didn't do nothing extreme. Like I said, Thursday I took it that evening or around lunch. Went and got 10 gallons of gas, drove it around the block, got it real good and hot. Got the transmission up to, 180 degrees working temp. Car up was 140. It wasn't nothing, man. I don't understand why it went to leaking, but it is what it is. I mean, it's got to be fixed. You can see it right through there. So luckily it's not the main. Like I was worried it was the rear main seal. The front seal of the transmission. I was worried I would have to pull it out. Our God smiled upon thee and said, you doesn't. But I do got to drain the transmission fluid out of it, drop the pan. I might need to go get another gasket. And like I said, I don't know why it's leaking. And it wasn't before. But anywho, it is what it is. But that's the problem. So cool beans, we don't have to worry about the seal like I was worried. So it is what it is. All right, we got to get this fixed. All right, let me get busy. See, I got some work to do. All right, show you what we're talking about. I got the starter off. My dad's going to replace the solenoid right here on it. So that's what we think's dragging on the car when it starts. You can hear it. It still stays engaged just a little bit. So we're going to, the rest of the starter's good. So it's one of those little mini torque starters. So anywho, I just want to show y'all that. That's what we're going to change, is this solenoid up here where my dad is. And then here comes Dad. So I'm going to work on getting the pan off the car and resealed back up. So, alright, cool beans. There's the old man. Well, I added that. This is our jumper wire.
Well, I mean, this wire's doing the same thing this is. Because all that does is make the loop go from one end to the other, just like this metal thing does. I'm wondering if that may be a little of it.
Well, I mean, it's been that way.
Yeah, but this ain't the one that was on the damn dually, is it?
No, the one that's on the dually, I mean, it had the same wire. It had a yellow wire that they made to do the same connection. But I mean, I don't know, but that's the only way we get it to, with the wire and the way it is on the car, it's the only way that's going to crank. So.
Not those. You have to.
Alright, we got that all done. I went ahead and got a new gasket for it. It was $8 for the gasket and filter, so I got a spare filter now. The old gasket wasn't bad, I just was not going to take a chance. Like I said, it was only $8, so I went ahead and did it. What the hell. And then, so it's up there, I got it, the gasket glued down. All that takes 48 hours to dry all the way before you put any fluid in it or anything. So it's going to be a couple of days before we can fill the transmission back up, see if we got any leaks. The only other issue we seen with a leak was coming out of the end of the drive shaft right here. There's a little bit of a hole, a pinhole, because it's just a little bit of fluid has been coming out right there, we noticed. So that's it. The starter, my dad was gone looking for the stuff we need, the solenoid we need for the starter. We might end up having to order it just because it's a mini torque starter, and I don't know, I think he went down to Napa, I'm not sure. So that's it right there on this today. So I'm going to jump over here to this 454 and get some work done on it. I'll holler at y'all taters later.